I'm going to talk about the Rein-Back, and this is a really difficult movement to get a good score on because your horse needs to back up without bracing against you and kind of staying in the same frame. This horse needs a lot of work on it. So the key to a good Rein-Back is that you have to have a good halt. So if you have a good halt where your horse halts square and the hind legs under and they're light in your hand, you're going to have a much better chance at having a good Rein-Back compared to if your horse halts and they brace on you and their hind legs are where they don't belong. So the first thing I'm going to work on is just that I can get him to halt and stand and stay on the bit and not pull on me. Boy. And walk again. The thing is, you don't always want to rein back because otherwise every time you halt, your horse is going to think to rein back. So you want to mix it up where they are waiting, because in the test you need to show that you halt and show immobility. So you need to halt for a few seconds and then rein back. You shouldn't go right from the halt to the rein back. So again, I'm going to halt, and then this time I'm going to see if I can rein back. And you can see he got a little braced when I was reining back, and he kind of dropped his withers. So what I like is that he stays just a little rounder, and that I don't have to pull so much. Good. So I kind of think when I'm doing the rein back, what I imagine is that I'd like to be able to do it from my hips. So I kind of imagine like if I had little wheels in my hips, that I'm turning those wheels backwards to get my horse to back up. So I a little bit close my leg and think of those hips turning backwards, and that should be enough to get him to back up. Good boy. That was a little better. And then I also try to think about releasing every step. So that for every step he takes backwards, there's a little release and pressure in my leg and also in my hand, so that he gets rewarded for backing up. So I kind of close my leg, release, 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 release. Good boy. That was better. Okay, so now in most of the tests you halt and then rein back. The rein back you have to do for the first time in second level. So once you have a good halt from the walk, now you have to be able to make a nice halt from the trot. Boy, he got a little brace, but not bad. And then rein back, give, 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 give. And there he got crooked, so I'm gonna use my right leg to push him back to the rail. There. Good boy. And then trot out again. So this is gotten much better with this horse. Like a few days ago, he was really struggling. I felt like I was just pulling on him to get him to go backwards. And now I'm starting to feel like he's offering it more on his own, where I don't have to just haul on him so much to get him to go backwards. He still, you see, he always wants to push his hips a little to the right in the rein back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change direction and put the wall on the right side so that he can't push his hips to the right in the rein back. Good boy. The rein back is a really good exercise because it gets their butt under them. It gets them to lower and rotate their pelvis. And that's the shape that you want to be able to keep when you go forward also. Good boy. Good. So that time he stayed straighter because I was a little bit cheating and putting the rail on his right side. Okay. So So try that one more time. I still feel like he gets a little hollow in the Rein-Back. I'd like him to just stay, like he a little bit drops his withers in the Rein-Back. I'd like him to stay more up in the withers. Good, that's better. And trot. And so if you're having a lot of trouble with the Rein-Back, I would also recommend getting off and doing it from the ground. I always teach my horses first to back up from the ground. I'll link below some videos where you can see me do it from the ground. And then the other thing you can do is if you're still having trouble, like if your horse backs up really well from the ground, but they don't understand to back up under saddle, you can have someone come like while you're on the horse and help them, like stand by the horse while you're on the horse and get them to back up. So the Rein-Back's a good thing to work on, but also a hard movement to do really well.